quick props to Salty Nerd for pointing this very, very important detail that slipped my eye. So I told him he has a very good eye. I retweeted this. This ship here that you see when Rey's seeing her vision in The Force Awakens is the exact same ship that we see flying to that settlement in that Episode 9 trailer.
Breaking all units, fire at will. Squad 2, pick a target. Too many, Captain. Watch your stabilizer, Gold 6. Anybody cover me. I got 2 vultures on my tail. You've got to hold them here. Watch your left. I can't shake them. I'm hit. I'm hit. Where's our reinforcements?
Hey everyone, this is General Katarn. So I have a discussion to do with you guys today, something that just popped into my brain and I was thinking. We've heard of Palpatine and Snoke being connected somehow during the end of the war, the Galactic Civil War. Palpatine ventured into the unknown regions because apparently Snoke was calling to him. And unfortunately, due to the events of Episode 6, Snoke and Palpatine couldn't be directly connected. That will always remember a mystery. We somehow got alluded to it in the Battlefront 2 game of 2017 with crap. Well, basically, you know, if you've played the campaign of Star Wars Battlefront 2. Now, it's been a long time since I played Battlefront 2. I think I should actually get onto that. But anyway, the thing is, what I've realized is that Snoke and Palpatine do in fact have a connection, and I'm thinking now, how are they going to justify this? If the events of Episode 8 had not transpired the way they did, thanks Rian Johnson, I think that Snoke would have still been alive and Palpatine would have been maybe just a whisper, maybe, well, they wouldn't have taken on Palpatine as a villain. And this kind of seems like a desperate move from Disney, you know, like, we're out of villains, what are we gonna do? Palpatine, get in here! Okay, it makes sense for them to panic. So, by extent, how are they going to be able now that we've got this? Okay, unfortunately, The Last Jedi is canon, Snoke is dead. We're going to need to connect all of this together to piece this puzzle. So this is my take, my theory on this. I believe that not only are they connected, but I believe how they're going to explain this now. I believe that they're going to say that Palpatine, you know, maybe trained Snoke or created Snoke or showed him basically all of the secrets of the dark side or something like that, and he was supposed to be maybe a replacement to Vader. If not the apprentice trope, then maybe Snoke was someone that Palpatine had to learn from. And what Palpatine did learn from Snoke eventually would have been what Darth Plagueis would have wanted to achieve all those years ago. Immortality, and that is why Palpatine is coming back from the dead. Now, if that is the case, that could have kind of makes sense, but we have very little evidence to support these claims right now. These are just ideas that are popping off my head, and it's very interesting if you think about it. Now, Snoke, Supreme Leader Snoke, okay, how does he fit in this? Okay, he's older, he's ancient, so yeah, he cannot be like a potential apprentice. He can be someone, a potential master to Palpatine, someone that could teach him about immortality, and that is how he was able to preserve his spirit and his essence even after death, like the ancient Sith Lords of old. And if you want some pointers out there, the Darth Vader comics is a good way to go. So that's my speculation for now. I'm actually thinking that these are my first crude thoughts. We don't know what's coming up. We do not know. We will see eventually when more Episode 9 leaks come out and we gather more information. But I believe that this is how they're going to be connected. They are definitely connected. And maybe this is one of the reasons why Snoke managed to take the ashes of the Empire and turn it into the First Order. Maybe Snoke and Palpatine did have a connection. They did interact with one another. And maybe Palpatine showed Snoke some of his like some treasures. He gave him like a map or something in the unknown regions, and Snoke would have been like, okay, these are all my riches. And maybe Palpatine might have also wanted to expand, because after all, he was an emperor, and after his Death Star being destroyed and all of the damage done by the rebellion, he might have wanted to rebuild it, obviously. So I'm just thinking of these, okay? So maybe the reason why he also ventured to the unknown regions is, of course, to discover and chart new planets, new systems, maybe mine some new planets. Some of them might have the raw materials needed for the Empire to rebuild after sustaining so much damage by the rebels. Maybe that was Palpatine's move, and he came across Snoke, the one called to the other, I believe, through the dark side of the Force, and I believe that they learned a few things, one from another. Now, when Palpatine died, obviously, he might have learned how to live on as a spirit, and through Snoke eventually dying, Palpatine would be back to avenge maybe Snoke, his friend, his master, I don't know, and rise to power once again. Now, again, I'm saying this is what we have now. If Episode 8, which looks stupider by every passing minute that we get into Episode 9, if Episode 8 had not transpired this way, Snoke would have been the main villain, and he would have been the traditional guy in the third act, the traditional evil mastermind behind Kylo Ren and behind everyone. Kylo Ren's conflict would have been settled, he would have been cemented in the dark side, or he would have had a redemption arc. Maybe he does have one now, and under Palpatine it will have more weight to it. We don't know. But I do believe that Palpatine was a last resort. It was like forcing JJ's hands. He was scraping the bottom of the barrel. I don't think that he had an alternative because of what Rian Johnson decided to do with Snoke. He was cut in half. I mean, like, he wasn't like stabbed or caught off screen on an explosion or something. I mean, he was cut in half in front of everyone to see, and there was a reaction from General Hux when his hands were still on the throne and his body was splayed out and his tongue was out like some dead cattle or something. Snoke is gone. There is no way they can bring him back. Okay, they did it once with Maul, and I don't think that they're going to be able to pull this off again. But Star Wars, if there's anything that we've learned, that Star Wars is a galaxy where some people come back from the dead despite them being ultimately destroyed. So this also continues to be my case. If that's the case, it also helps strengthen my argument that if you can bring Palpatine and Darth Maul back, and even potentially Snoke, you never know, if you can bring those characters back that were like gone, destroyed, you can bring back Luke Skywalker, because I think that the Emperor suffered a lot more, sustained a lot more pain for him not to come back. Luke was just sitting there on the rock, oh, I focused too hard, poof, there, gone. Obi-Wan sacrificed himself. Yoda was almost 900 years old. Luke was still in his 60s, man. So come on, cut me a break. Not even 60. I think he was exactly 57, the exact same age Obi-Wan died. Okay, so there is no excuse. For a human, he was still relatively young. But, if you can bring back Palpatine, you can bring back Luke. But that's just hopeful thinking. You never know. JJ may surprise us. But we'll see. What do you guys think about Palpatine and Snoke's connection? Are they connected? What do you guys think? Do you have any evidence to support this claim that I have? Have you done some digging? I just thought of this morning, and I'm also doing some digging. I'm going to back this up, obviously. But these were my premature speculations and thoughts. Let me know down in the comments what your thoughts are on this topic, and I'll catch you guys later. I hope that you enjoy Day 3 of Celebration, the main floor. We're going to be getting some news regarding Rebels, which is kind of a surprise to be sure, but a welcome one, because I like Rebels, especially the two last seasons, which are more focused, and obviously the Clone Wars, which is something that I've been waiting since forever. And although we're going to be getting a few episodes, I think that they should be epic. They should make them 40-minute episodes. But oh well, we'll get what we get. So I'll check you guys later. If there's anything new, I'll make a video on it. I'm always on the clock. I'm on the case. I'm on Twitter. I'm on YouTube. I'm just digging. I'm doing some research. We have so much things to talk about and so little on our hands. But, that is eventually going to change. A huge shout out to the Fandom Collective. As you can see, they are my desktop wallpaper. They are my brothers and sisters, and I support them as they support me, and I appreciate every last subscriber. I appreciate every single watch minute and second that you take to watch my content. Thank you so much. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Till then, General Katarn, out.